In my line of work, I'm fortunate in that I get to work with a number of companies whose job it is to help keep nostalgia alive for classic arcade games and video games that I love. I work with Atari and PlayOn and Retro Games Limited and My Arcade and I think I'm on At Games Blacklist. Anyway, New Wave Toys. But one I don't get to work with very often is Numskull with their quarter arcades. I've only seen a couple of their products here in my studio. So when they reached out and asked, John, would you like to take a look at this quarter scale BurgerTime? I was quick to say yes. We're going to check it out after this.
This video brought to you in part by Tommy and the Order of Cosmic Champions. This exciting and heartwarming coming-of-age Gen X novel is available now. Check the link for more info.
Hey there, welcome back to GenXGrownUp. I'm John and I am a GenXGrownUp. Thank you for taking the time to click on this video. Yeah, I think, what have I done from Numskull? I'm trying to remember. I did the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles not all that long ago. And then years ago, I did the Polybius Power Bank, just because I wanted the hat mainly. And we just haven't had a good solid relationship with Numskull. Our contacts seem to come and go. But now that we are in touch, man, they've released a lot of stuff lately and a lot of stuff on the horizon. So I was eager to get a chance to look at a modern release from Numskull. Now, unlike New Wave, who does the 1/6 scale, the quarter arcades, as their name suggests, are 1/4 scale, so quite a bit bigger. So yeah, it's quite a box. Let's take it to the table.
Oh, and there it is, man. Until you get one of these actually on the table and you're actually looking at it, it's hard to understand just how big these quarter scales are. Even in comparison to like the New Wave 1/6 scale, it just feels so much more substantial when you look at it. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on the box, other than I want to point out a few illustrations that will give you an idea of the vital statistics of this guy. Of course, fully playable game. You see a little joystick there on the side. If you rotate it around this side, here are the dimensions, as well as internal rechargeable battery. Over here on this side, a really good diagram that points out all of the headlights, backlit marquee, the TFT display, USB-C charging, all the stuff that you'd want to know about a gadget like this, at a glance. And then finally, a couple of little data points on the side here that I appreciate. Now down here it says high quality arcade stick and buttons. Well, of course we'd expect that in a toy of this type. But up here, I love that they say, just call it out. They know what we're looking for. 100% accurate emulations running the original arcade ROM. Just take the guesswork out. What version is this? Is this the right? This is the arcade game in this cabinet. And that's what I'm looking for in a cabinet of this size and of this price. Yeah. All right, let's get this thing open and check it out. I've got that great big quarter scale BurgerTime up here. We're going to spend the rest of the video looking at that. Real quickly, here are the peripherals and documentation included. You have a little one-sheet scan here to join the Quarter Arcades Club. You have this manual, which is really just the same one-sheet manual in a whole bunch of different languages. Interestingly, I guess these machines, when you get instructions like this, they don't tell you how to play the game BurgerTime. They just tell you how to use the hardware that they put together that houses BurgerTime. I guess they figure if you're going to drop a couple $100 on a BurgerTime, you probably already know what BurgerTime is. So I guess I can understand that rationale. Then we have a little warranty card here, of course, and a really generous USB-C power and charging cable. And while this is not part of the accessory pack for BurgerTime, I wanted to show you, these are tubs. They're rubber ducks in cosplay that Numskull also manufactures. And my buddy George and his son have become a huge fan of this Chainsaw Man character, I guess. Yeah, Chainsaw Man. And he saw that they had this. And so this is really just as a surprise for George to show him, look what Numskull sent along. Look, I got a BurgerTime, but you got a Chainsaw Duck, so you didn't go away empty-handed. Turning my attention now to the cabinet, and look, 17 inches tall, it's a beauty. I mean, look at this side art. This is just, there's nothing wrong with this at all. This is exactly what you would have seen in the arcade. Look, if there was no reason for scale, you could be convinced that this is a real cabinet. Like the decal is a full decal. It's not just the cutout outline. It covers the entire thing. It's this 3M decal. I always liked the looks of a BurgerTime because it's one of those that wasn't just kind of a generic cabinet. You could tell from the scalloped outline at the top of his chef's hat from a distance. This is a BurgerTime machine. Coming around back then, you can see some of the detail that Numskull puts into these cabinets, even though they are quarter scale, to try to keep the illusion going as far as possible. Up top, you have these little handle grips that would have been on a full-scale machine to help you kind of hold it because it's a giant beast to move around. Now, you don't need those here to move this machine, but they're added for authenticity. Down here, you have a quarter-scale lock mechanism that, as if you could unlock and open this whole machine. Of course, you can't. There's no key to go with it. Here's a little Numskull plaque that you can see. And these are vents that would have been vents to keep the internal CPU cool. With some fans and stuff. Now they just put the speaker behind there, either behind these grills or the one down below. And speaking of down below, here are those other grills, and then down here you have the control panel for the machine. You have a power on-off rocker, USB-C charging, there's a power indicator, as well as a volume wheel. Working my way around now to the business side of this BurgerTime cabinet, here is the marquee. Now this is an illuminated backlit marquee. Let me flip it on for you. There we go. Yeah, looks great, evenly lit. You can see there, yeah, it's really nice. I also want you to point out while we're here, can you see these 3 tiny screws here? Yeah, those are entirely unnecessary on a scale cabinet like this, and there's no reason to have those screws. It's because there were 3 screws at the top of a real BurgerTime cabinet, and so they're reproduced here. You could easily have just stuck this on with adhesive, but they didn't. They put the time and effort into little things like, oh, let's put little screws like there would have been to wholly mimic the experience. I love that kind of detail. Coming down below that then to the screen and screen bezel area. Now, BurgerTime is a very look down into the machine kind of game. The screen lays almost flat. It's like a 15-20 degree angle. So this is normally in deep shadow. When we're playing the game, you likely aren't going to be able to see the detail up in here. So I wanted to show it to you in this shot with a light on it. And you can see they have faithfully reproduced all of the original bezel detail and game instructions that you would have when you walk up to the machine in the wild. And I even like pointing out, this could easily be missed, and that is this black, I don't know what it's called, a monitor tray that goes around the monitor to create that kind of depth down into it with a glass cover, and even that is there. You have to have that. I shouldn't be surprised. It's what I expect from Numskull, but all those little details add up to complete the illusion when you're standing here looking down into this machine to play it. Let's come on down here to the control deck then, and this is probably where the most creative license is taken on machines like this, in that the scale has to change a little bit in order for you to actually be able to use this machine. So what do we have? We do have 2 pepper buttons, and they even have the printing on the pepper button that you would have had on the machine. Look, it's clear that they took a real machine, took a million photos and mimicked all that. You have the 1-player and double-decker 2-player game start over here. The joystick with the chef's hands going around the perimeter. And the stick is, I don't know, maybe a 1/4 inch tall or so with a red ball top joystick on it, and I've played a little bit already, and I can tell you the control is exactly what you'd expect from BurgerTime, and everything that implies, both the accuracy and the maddening requirements of making those ladder edges. And I always struggle with BurgerTime. Doesn't mean I like it any less, but it's so challenging, and having one here that I have to put quarters in, that's going to help. And speaking of putting quarters in, that's a great time to come down here to the knee board where we have the requisite art. You have the sausages and Peter Pepper down here. And then you have the coin door, which just has 2 buttons for coin 1, coin 2, which are actually distinct. You can see in the ROM, you can see they treat the 2 differently. So these are the 2 coin buttons. And unlike other manufacturers, no, this isn't open or have fake coins or anything. These are just insert coin buttons here for adding credits to get your game started. I have seen what I need to see. Let's power this BurgerTime on and give it a play.
Now, very quickly before we push start on this BurgerTime, I'm going to take a second to remind you of our store over at GenXGrownUp.com/merch, where you can get cool original designs inspired by all the things that we enjoy in games and TV and movies and pop culture, printed on hats and t-shirts and mugs and pins and phone cases, including some pretty cool BurgerTime designs as well. Really neat stuff over there. If you're looking to up your wardrobe with more nerdy stuff, look, please remember our store. Every dollar you spend gets you something cool, but also helps to support independent content creation, just like this video. All right, let's go play.
I have endeavored to set up a shot where you can see all the things at the same time that you might be interested in if you're considering purchasing a unit like this. I want you to be able to see the screen and the control deck at the same time because it's, you know, it's a play experience. Before we get it going and playing, start with, you do have access to the in-game menu, the dip switches. So if you hold down player 1 and player 2 and you power it on, it's going to boot up in this mode where you can go through it and you can change, you know, okay, what are the, you know, how many coins and credits on the coin A or coin B. I mentioned the 2 coin inserts were treated differently depending on how many credits you got when you inserted a coin. Service mode on or off, the crosshatch pattern, how many lives you get, bonus life, how many enemies on screen between 4 and 6. Oh, man, that'd be punishing. End of level, pepper, all that you can do. I'm going to leave it on default. Just go ahead and hit start, and that's going to dump you right into the game. You set the volume at about the halfway point, insert some credits. There we go. Player 1 start. Here we go. Now, I'm already bad at this game, which I've admitted. But I'm going to try to look around my camera so you can see enough of it to see the accuracy. And yeah, this is not a port. This is not a knockoff. This is our original arcade BurgerTime. Now, I never played this well enough or long enough to know the right strategy. I know, of course, that if you will, you wait till somebody's on the bun with you, or the whatever hamburger, cheese, or lettuce with you, it'll drop farther. So I wait for these guys, because they drop much farther. But I never know if that's the right strategy. Am I doing something wrong when I am waiting for somebody to come stand on it? I don't know. I just know I can get to the second or third screen if I'm trying really hard, and that's always good enough for me for my quarter, you know? Oh, Pepper. Got him. Oh, no, no. Oh, he got me. Dang it, sausage. All right, so look for an opening. Now, of course, BurgerTime doesn't have a time limit. So the nice thing is you can spend your time going round and around the screen getting the food to follow you. Yeah, I always have a challenge getting on and off these ladders in BurgerTime. And that's true here as well, which tells me it's an accurate representation of the original game. The joystick is behaving the way it's supposed to. It's just my inability, as I said, to... Come on, sausage. Get it! That should finish it off. My inability to hit those ladders. Alright. Number 2. I notice a little bit of buzzing in the speaker. In the back, not in the speaker, but in the housing. Like it's making it rumble in the back. I don't know if that's just my unit or it's a standard. Only in the loud music sections, not all the time. You may have heard it in that last new level song. Come on up here, sausage. Oh, he's not coming up. This is my last one, but I got 3 peppers. So, you know, you got to go down swinging. You got to use those peppers when you're on your last man. He's like, what are you saving them for, you know? Come on, egg. Gotcha. And you get up here, you come across. Oh, no, 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 no. There we go. Oh, I just spit my pepper, and I died. Oh, terrible. All right, we'll try again. Did I get a high score at least? I did. So I was number 2nd. All right, let's get number 4. Let's put in a GXG. Yeah, Peter Pepper carries your score down there. Yay! For this play, I have adjusted the light in the shot to better focus on the screen rather than the overall cabinet, so you can get a good look at the game being played. So, one more time, we'll see if I can do any better. There's that music. Yeah. BurgerTime music is damn charming. I like dropping the food on their heads, not as much as I do making them fall and carrying the food farther, you know? Oh, he's coming. Come on down. Oh, there's a chance for more pepper. Can I get up there in time? Those are usually gone by the time I get there. Oh, spend 1 to get 1. Oh well. Better than dying. That was necessary. All right, got 1 more. I'm gonna have to lure them up and around here before I head back down. Come on, guys. There we go. You gotta get a clear path. Oh, clear path. There we go. Just 2 more buns to knock out. Bang. Bang. It didn't lose any lives on the first screen. Yeah, I tend to not go for anything on the bottom level at the beginning because they're gonna get, they're gonna get knocked down for you in a second. You know what I mean? Come on, egg. That was oh, I just missed him. You can come back up. Oh, I'm gonna get stuck. There we go. Nice. Follow that across. Got him. That was great. They're going to drop a long way. That should take it all the way to the bottom. Oh, there's a pepper. Go get it. Go get it. All right. That's good news. Get up here. There we go. Drop that. Get him. Oh, missed that. Extra man, though. That's good news. All right. There's too many people down here. I need to get... Ooh, I got caught. What I was going to say, I need to get out of that area because they get you caught down there. Now I can pretty much just clean up down here, right? So that's the end of level 2 because all my stuff is right here. There's the other button. 4 burgers. Here we go. And here's the one where I die. Guaranteed. I've added pickles. Then I have to use pepper just to get past these guys. You have 6 burgers instead of 4. Yeah, I'm not going to last long. I might not finish the screen. Not like that, I'm not. Oh no! Pepper, get past him. Drop that. Come on. Let's come back up. Oh no! No, no, no! Oh, they're everywhere. Man, oh, it's getting tight. Pepper, pepper. Ah! I'm out of pepper. I have 1 chef left. Yeah, this is going to be it. Yeah, that's my warning that you're about to be done with this game and need a new token. They're jammed in the corner here. Get across. Oh, there's a french fry up there that I can't quite get to. Gotta get past these guys. There's a bun up here. I'm doing surprisingly well. I thought I'd be dead by now. A couple times I thought I was. You can hear the blinking because we're out of pepper. They're warning me don't get in a jam because you have no safety net left. Come back around. I can imagine the world high scores on BurgerTime take a long time to get. Got it. Got it. Wow! Can't believe I got that. Still no pepper though. Oh, look at this craziness. Look at all these sandwiches. And all the paths the enemies can take. And these are giant sandwiches. Oh, half-stepped. Oh, I'm out of pepper. Oh, got me. Not bad. 17-1. That's probably a at or above par score for me on BurgerTime. Now I got 3 of the top 5. I better have all 5 since it's my cabinet. I have to beat whoever the heck Ken is.
Knowing what I do of the history of Numskull's Quarter Arcade line, I really didn't expect anything less than what we saw. I came in this expecting to love this BurgerTime cabinet, and guess what? I love this BurgerTime cabinet. Now, here's the thing. They are very expensive, right? So these guys they run about $250. So with higher costs, there's higher expectation and a higher threshold to meet in order to have a satisfied customer. So what happens is the more things you do right will go to justify the price, and anything you do wrong becomes like oh man, for that much money you'd think XYZ, you know? So it's a tough bar to cross, and by and large, this BurgerTime crosses most of those. We looked at all the little detail stuff, the tiny screws on the top of the marquee and the handholds on the back of the cabinet, all the little things that at a glance make this more than just the right color and the right logo. It's an arcade machine. It invokes exactly that feel that you had walking in the arcade, and across the room you go, there's a BurgerTime, right? There's everything about it, the shape and the rounded scalloping top, all of that. So looking for anything to I'm not looking to nitpick, but there's one that I really have to call out, and I'm thinking based on history, maybe it's just my unit, but you should have heard when we were playing that there was some buzzing between the speaker and maybe something loose inside of the cabinet, really on the music mostly, this annoying buzz. Now, maybe I can go in and tighten things up and fix that myself, but at this price, I shouldn't have to, really. I mean, it's you expect things like that, so especially with the sound, and I will say at lower volumes, I don't hear that. That was only with the sound like about halfway up or more, and only during the loudest musical segments. But even so, I'm sure someone at Numskull played the game and put it on full volume. If they heard that, I gotta think they wouldn't have shipped that, but that's the way it sounds right now. It doesn't demolish the value of this unit. It's just one of those things that you'll go, oh, it's a little bit to your ear if you're attuned to the music and the sound of these machines that you wouldn't expect to have. And I haven't heard on other products from this company. So all that taken into consideration, all the positive, along with the problem with the audio buzz, I'm gonna give this BurgerTime Numskull Quarter Arcade 4.5 tokens out of 5. It is what you want out of a quarter scale reproduction of a cabinet like BurgerTime, especially if it's one of your favorites. Audio notwithstanding, I don't think you're going to be terribly disappointed if you spend your money on this, and more so the bigger fan you are of the arcade original. All right, I'm going to throw some more links to other coverage I've done of Numskull stuff. In fact, over my shoulders here and here. I certainly hope you found something to enjoy in this video, and I cannot wait to talk to you again next time. Bye-bye.